on, go, 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 go.
He is literally too busy looking to care about that TikTok.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
You can actually tell in the picture. So, is anybody...
And that'll be a little too high to hit as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
19 Tiger.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kissed it on the ground.
Hands it off out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready. Blaster, 6. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Shot 17. Claws red. Green jack. Eagle blue. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Let's go. Black Ultra. Black blue. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
6, leather, steel, black, strike, strike.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got the hook up with Conley.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Mills.
Caught here by Conley.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mills.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Red. You, yellow. Blue striker.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Mega. White.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Steps away to his left. And he comes back with one complete.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 104 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitter's getting to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Chiefs, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.